Hey everyone, this is Steve from Logtivity. Now, Logtivity is a monitoring service for WordPress, and the most frequent users are agencies and maintenance services who often have a lot of people in their site. They may have the agency staff, they may have the customer, they may have a marketing agency, some people doing SEO work, a designer, and there's lots of changes happening. Logtivity is a service that can track exactly what happened and who made the change, so if something goes wrong, you know who was responsible and perhaps who needs to pay, because a lot of agencies will have to eat the cost if a mistake happened and they can't say who made the mistake. And so Logtivity is an activity log that can track all the post changes, or the settings changes, or the options changes. Let me take you through some examples. If I am working on a WordPress post and I want to add something as simple as a featured image. After the update, I can go to see Logtivity in my WordPress site. There's going to be a logs area, and you'll be able to see the latest entry says the post thumbnail has changed. You can see the name of the user that did it. You can see their IP address. You can see when it happened. And if you click view, you can see more details, including the name of the image, the name of the post, and all sorts of extra useful information about this particular change. So if your customer does call you up and say, hey, who changed the image on that post? You'll be able to look inside Logtivity and see exactly who made the change. And the great thing about Logtivity is this information is available inside the WordPress site, and it is white labeled. So your customers don't necessarily need to see that it's a Logtivity service. It could be a service that you provide from your agency, completely white labeled. So it's available inside the site. And also, we have a central dashboard available. So if you are working on 10, 20, 50, or 100 different sites, you can see the changes inside the dashboard, along with all the other sites you're working on as well. We don't charge any extra at Logtivity for adding extra sites. If you have 5 sites, 50 sites, 100 sites, it's all the same price. So this service can keep track of really detailed changes happening to your posts, but not just your posts. It also supports WooCommerce, Easy Digital Downloads, Yoast SEO, and all the other popular plugins that you use. Let's take a look at some more examples of what Logtivity can do for you. I happen to have WooCommerce installed on this site, and I have a product set up already. What I'm going to do is edit this product, and I'm going to change the price. So the regular price is $6. I'm going to change that to $7. Click Update. And I'm going to go back to my central dashboard, which is really the most important feature of Logtivity. And if I refresh it, I can see that the price has changed. If I click on View, the previous value was 6, and the new value is 7. And this is really detailed for WooCommerce. We don't just track the price or the basic data. All of the other little itty-bitty, smaller pieces of information about WooCommerce are tracked as well. If you wanted to change this to a virtual product, or if you wanted to change the SKU number, for example, all of that is going to be tracked by Logtivity as well. I'm going to click on Update for WooCommerce here, and let's take a look at what happens. If I refresh my dashboard, we have an update for the SKU. This is the previous value, and this is the new value. And we also have an update for the virtual setting as well. The previous value was no, it was not a virtual product. The new value is yes. And as with all of these changes, you can see exactly who did it, what their IP address is, and when they did it. This works for WooCommerce. It works for things like Easy Digital Downloads as well, which is another popular e-commerce platform. In this example, I have a product set up, and the price is $30. I'm going to change that to $40. Click on Update. And if I refresh my activity log area, I can see that the EDD price has changed. It's changed from 30 to 40. Let's take a look at one more example, this time using the popular Yoast SEO plugin. I have a post set up here. And one key thing that customers and marketing agencies will often do is use Yoast SEO to optimize their content. I'm going to add WordPress as a key phrase, and I'm going to add a description down here, and I'm going to add a heading as well. All of this should slightly improve the SEO score according to Yoast. I'm going to click Update, and let me go back to Logtivity and see what's happened. Okay, in this example, we have several updates here for Yoast. This looks like the focus keyword update. And just above it, we have the content score as well, which is a value that Yoast gives as to how optimized the content is. It looks like the previous value was 30 and we're now up to 60. So you can see that someone has added a keyword, you can see that someone has changed the content score, and with these other entries, you can see what has changed about the post. So for WordPress agencies, Logtivity is a really valuable service. You can be tracking all of your sites, and you can be checking for changes to content, changes to WooCommerce, changes to Yoast SEO, changes to Easy Digital Downloads. Even if you have 100 or more sites, Logtivity can track them all. It can send you alerts via email or Slack. It really is an excellent monitoring service for companies that work with WordPress. Give Logtivity a try today.